What it do, homies? It's your boy Dave, and I'm back today. We back here with some more champion themes of League of Legends characters. This time we're checking out Volibear, the Relentless Storm. Okay, now I have seen this guy in action. I believe it was one of the was it Rise? I think that's the one it was where they were really showing off this guy's powers or whatnot. He had like lightning powers or whatnot. Not really too sure. The first champion thing I reacted to was the what was his name? Crap. He was the guy with the spear. I can't guys, I just had his name. But I took a different approach there because I wanted to do some research beforehand. I didn't do it this time. This time I'm gonna just try to tell me what the music tells me about it, and then we're going to go and check out some of the descriptions and then see if we can kind of dive a little deeper into what makes the character design so great. So let's go ahead, shut up, and turn it up. Okay, so first kind of thoughts, right? So, like I said, I know he has like at least some type of power, lightning power, right? At the beginning of that, we kind of heard like this little kind of staticky sound. Well, that's very interesting. And it's followed by tribal drums, right? He looks to be an animal. I'm not sure what he was. I mean, it has bear in his name, so he's a form of bear, right? So those tribal drums and everything helps because it kind of gives you that sense of nature, almost like the animalistic animalistic kind of a feeling. And then they kind of had like this little reverse kind of like rise or sound. So that's very interesting, right? Because he is a beast. So audibly or musically, how do you represent a roar like that and make it sound like nice or at least some type of effects without it just being an outright roar? There's the thunder. Words. Okay, so I'm not sure if he's speaking English or not. This I'm really trying to pay attention. There's no CC down here, so I don't know what he's saying. There's nothing available here. Interesting. The way that this guy is singing almost kind of makes it look like this guy's somewhat of like a deity that people r- like praise. You know what I mean? Just has that type of feel to it. That just sounds pretty tight. See, that is a continuous theme throughout the entire song, right? Even with the bass, it almost kind of has like a sawtooth kind of feel to it. We're still getting these little elements of thunder, even in the bass. So that's interesting. Big horns. Getting a little creepy sound starting to pop up. Come on. Sun Eater, the immovable Wendigo. Yo, the mixing of the there was one part in there where they had like the breath just coming in and it was mixed so sharply, it kind of just took me by surprise. It literally sounded like he was breathing right there in my ear. That's some creepy stuff, man. Imagine just listening to this song and you not knowing it's coming up and your eyes are closed. You'd be like, yo, what is this? All of these forms he got. You know, man, League of Legends does a very good job of just making you feel like these are like actual like deities that exist in this world. You know, so much thought and care and love just goes into the character designs, and it don't just stop at the character and the design either. It's in the music, like like it just the care and an amount of attention to detail that Riot Games, League of Legends, and big shout out to all of the 3D animators and the character designers who make this type of concept art, because you can see the care and love into it. And even though I'm like new to the League of Legends scene, even I can see that. I actually have a degree in digital art, so some of this stuff I'm sitting here thinking, I'm just like, bro, like the rendering is just amazing. Okay, so now we've gotten through the song. I got this up right here. Let's take a look at it. Let's take a read at this. Oh, by the way, I know some of you guys are here just for the music reaction. If you are leaving, I appreciate you. Thank you for your view. Now, it says, to those who still revere him, the Volibear is the storm made manifest. Destructive, wild, and stubbornly resolute, he existed. Okay, so he's a god of somewhat. He existed before mortals walked the frail yords tundra, and is fiercely protective of the lands that he and his demigod can create. Okay, so it's a demigod. And the fact that he said fiercely, right? Like I said, I think it was Rise that I seen him in. It might not be. I might have that mistaken. But all I remember is that this dude literally was destructive. Like I was just like, yo, this man ain't leaving nothing alive, bro. He killing the ants too. He said, everybody got to go. Cultivating a deep hatred of civilization and the weakness brought with it, he now fights to return to the old ways. Okay, when the land was untamed. Interesting, right? Because we kind of heard those tribal drums and everything, and even the vocals even almost kind of had like an old kind of characteristic to it as well. And most of the drums in there was kind of the type of stuff that they took away the synthetic type of stuff, the synthetic types of instruments. And what now that I think about it, it was more instruments that actually, exist, or probably stuff that you could probably make out in the wild, flutes, drums, and everything. We kind of had those textures everywhere. Now, the lightning and stuff, that was some synthetic stuff in there, but that was there to add flavor. And blood spilled freely and eagerly battles all who opposes him with tooth, claw, and thundering domination. I like that. Thundering domination. Okay, and it looks like his difficulty is low, so it looks like he's a good character for people who just jumping into League of Legends to play with. Now, I'll tell you, look at these skins, man. See, look at this, man. It's this type of stuff right here, like these runes that are on his locks that almost kind of gave me that sense of deity, right? Who out here walking around with runes on their locks, right? That's on some Thor type stuff. And then, of course, menacing, super angry and everything. The thunder is interesting, right? Because they also got winter elements here, right? So it's like thunder and wind. I don't know what thunder and like surrounded by greenery would have looked like, so it makes sense. And plus he's a bear and they have a whole lot of fur, so I like to think that maybe a part of their character design decisions probably came from like a polar bear. Right. Okay, and then let's see, Thunder Lord. Okay, so this one seems like he's more in tune with the thunder, right? So some of these elements that we see right here, hold on, the site is doing weird things. Okay, it must be Volibear. He don't want me to see the first one. Some of the stuff's been stripped down, and now it's just kind of like bare stuff, right? And some of the rooms been replaced with like gold. This is almost a type of design I would see from royalty, right? Less flashiness. That's interesting. And see, we see a little bit more thunder action up here. He's about to give that Godzilla breath right there as well. A northern Okay. It doesn't look like this is gonna play. Northern Storm. This is give for some reason this kind of gives me Metal Gear. What was that called? Revengeance, right? What was the name of that guy? Right, the little mask and everything. It's almost kind of not steampunk, maybe cyberpunk augmentations, right? Like he died and got brought back to life as a cyborg. They get really interesting with these skins. Rune guard. Okay, so I was just talking about the rune. So this one, obviously, we see all these markings and everything. He might be using powers of the runes, which in Norse, was it Norse mythology? Right? You would inscribe runes that be runes of power and everything. We see that type of influence through all kinds of cartoons and animes. The ones that come to mind is the Fate Stay. Was it Night? I don't think it was Blade Works, where the Lancer was using some runes and everything. Captain Volibear. Hey man, when we saw this in the video, this kind of gives me this is the type of character that would show up in that movie Zootopia, right? This is super hilarious. He definitely kind of looks like one of them artists that just don't care, right? You show up as a new recruit and he's like, man, I don't care, man. He don't look like a nice guy at all. His little cones on his back, like traffic cones, would be like like jetpacks. El okay, El Rayo Volibear. So what do you call those Matt? Lucha Libre? Luchos. I forgot what you call them. Okay, still retaining the thunder aspect. Kind of got that Rey Mysterio mask on. Sorry if that's my only reference. Lucha. And then interesting, right? Instead of locks, we get chains. Okay, chains are used in wrestling, so good attention to detail right there. But I don't know what this little guy about to do. Maybe he got some power because you facing that big old dude. What's this over here? Yo, this little dude about to get whooped on. That's the people's elbow right there. Look how giant that is. I don't even know who that dude is right there. The Thousand Pierced Bear, right? This is on some voodoo stuff again, right? Again, just getting really creative with these locks. And then the fur, they put eyes in there. And then, of course, yeah, this is definitely some voodoo practice stuff. Dude got all kinds of poison in there. Yo, look how massive he is. That's the thing about him being a demigod. I like that it almost kind of makes sense that he has all these forms, right? Kind of reminds me of Zeus, how Zeus just kind of comes down and he just takes whatever form he wants depending on what he pleases. That makes sense with Volibear, right? Because demigod, he should be able to take any form he wants, even though his element is thunder, right? But yeah, good use of color and everything. Purple poison or some type of magical poison is dripping, so it can't be good. Duality Dragon Volibear. Okay, interesting. It's almost kind of like, I was gonna say like a heaven and hell, but this is more like holy and water slash ice. I'm not really too sure. I'm seeing this little spin up here. That's why I'm thinking water, because that's reminding me of like a typhoon or a whirlwind of sorts. Because we got the ice right here. I'm not really sure what's too. I mean, they won't let me scroll up for some reason. That's his what was it called? That's I'm not too sure, guys. Wind and water. Maybe that's what it is. Possibly. I don't know. And then another duality. See, this one got more of a majestic kind of L to it. It's this crown right here that's kind of giving it. And he got the jewels as well. Wow, I like, you know what, y'all? I think I like this color. This color, that's like a candy Jolly Rancher kind of purple right there, right? This almost kind of gives me Japanese vibes, almost the orange right there. If there's just a little bit more orange, yeah, I really like that. Yeah, look, there's a dragon over here too. I don't know what that thing is. Yeah, I'm getting definitely like Japanese vibes here. But this is pretty cool, man. So far, I like his character design. You see all this work that they put in. It's not easy making textures and materials like this, like appear like this translucent type of candy type of thing. I don't know. Either way, I wouldn't want to face this dude in real life. All right, y'all. That's the end of this video. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like and subscribe. Dave's out.